Hey losers, guess what it is today? It's half an hour of me practicing. I'm talking a little bit throughout, a few analogies, but for the most part, I'm just practicing. Occasionally, I'll tell you what's going on in my mind. You might find it interesting, you might not, but there you go. Enjoy. All right, so what I've just done is set the timer for 30 minutes, as promised yesterday. I'm going to give you my 30 minutes of practice, and I'm going to talk my way through it. So what I'm following is the Open Jazz Studio, and I'm as part of that there are tunes, and also suggests a practice routine. So what I'm going to do today is do some lines, do some voicings, and do some time. Lines is about the soloing, voicings is about the sound of the chord, or the shape of the chord, or the harmonics of the chord, and time is about just how you feel time. And they've got some play-alongs, which hopefully you'll be able to hear, or maybe you can pick up through the microphone. It's not quite perfect, but we'll get there. All right. What's really nice is that I'm going to start with a chromatic scale warm-up, which is really simple, but it's like a really basic stretch. It just asks me to be present. So I'm going to play that first. And what I try and do during this is just to breathe and feel my butt on the chair and listen to the sound of it. Then from the bottom. And just to consider the fingering as well and the crossover, and just be mindful of every movement that's there. Two hands together. There you go. And the guys in the video call this a call to practice. So it's just a ritual and just also grounding, just to become aware. All right. So now I'm going to go on with some scale exercises. So there's a bass player and a drummer who are accompanying here, and I'm going through this the circle of fifths, and you'll hear what I'm doing. And I've been practicing this for probably the last 7 days. What it is this. Oh, actually, you'll hear. I'll just do it. I'll just do my practice, right? You'll hear when I mess up. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Oh, cool. Buffering. Hold on. Wind that back. Here we go. Come on, son. F. Pause there. Dominant down. Cool. B flat. Oops. Way. Alright, so you can hear a few little bums there. So I'm just going to go back to B flat again and just run that, because I know... Here we go, B flat. Oh, run that again. Beautiful. E flat. Back down. I can definitely do that one again. I'm just going to pause that. So that was on the E flat, same exercise but on E flat. So I'm starting to play more black keys, and it's not actually harder, but I think it's harder, and that makes a big difference. So I'm just going to go through this slowly myself before I go back to the playback. And back down, which is a hard one. Okay, really simple. It reminds me of when I was doing CrossFit and I was doing double skips with a skipping rope. And, when you jump up and you have to skip it under, like put the skipping rope underneath your feet, double twice. And I just couldn't get it. I just kept catching my feet. Occasionally I'd get one, but then I'd catch my feet again. And I'd be skipping singles, and then I'd try and do a double, and I would just catch my feet. And the instructor or whatever came over after a bit and said, she was just watching me for ages, and she's looking at me and she goes, "You're stopping yourself." So in my mind, I already thought I'm not going to get it, and so I didn't jump high enough to actually cop it. I didn't go into the double skip with an attitude of I'm going to land this. It was actually like my body was already giving up, and I feel the same with as soon as I start hitting black keys. So E flat again. Yeah, right. It's also amazing that as soon as my mind goes somewhere else, as soon as I start thinking about something else, I'm off. It's like being on a skateboard. Alright, we're on B flat. E flat. Back down. Beautiful. A flat. Oh. Nearly. I got nervous because I thought, I've got it. And then I'm just going to run A flat slowly. Same thing. Beautiful. Run that again. And again, right, this is day 6 or day 7 of doing these. So I'm starting to feel the pattern of these. Okay. This is just for one scale. Like, there are so many scales to come, but I just don't think about that because that's not important. Alright, here comes A flat with the play along. Oh, run that back. It's 122. Dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba. Yeah. Not bad. D flat. Beautiful. Alright. D flat. That was A flat, sorry. D flat. Do-do-do. It's a little harder today because I've got a big whopping SM50, SM9 in my face. But so it goes. I might just drag that in a little bit. And all you pianists or all you musicians out there might be going, why are you practicing it so fast, Rob? Practice it at 70%. That's what I hear you all saying to me. So let's do that. One more time. Yeah. There you go. Let's make sure it's still recording. Sure is. Alright, we're going to go back to D flat. Yeah. Yeah. So G flat. This is definitely a case of the nerves because there's a camera and the microphone on me. So, but so it goes. That's where I am today. Some days I just do the run perfect. Some days I have to go back to basics again. So it goes. So it goes. Alright, we're going to go back to G sharp again. G flat again. Alright, ready? Here we go. Cool, nice. Okay, we're back there in the B. That's what I'm Yeah, I know. Let's go back. Let's run that again. Go back to B again. Oh, wow. Hey. Yeah, so what I'm noticing is that having a camera trained on me makes me really nervous, and I think about what everyone's thinking, which is hilarious because no one who is going to watch this. So anyway, that's a really interesting learning for me. I'm going to do that one more time all the way through without stops. Whatever mistakes I make is what I make. Yeah, and then I'm going to do some voicings. Oh, come on. Thought about something else then. Yeah. Da-ga-da. Be fine. Sometimes I just like exploring one run on the playthrough. If there's one little bit that I find really hard. There we go. Oh, where am I? Oh, G. Cool, that's that. 8 minutes to go. It's probably longer than I normally stay on this, but there you go. So I'll do two more things. One is I'm going to do the play along with voicings, and I'm going to focus on doing octaves with those voicings. So left hand doing third and seventh with a ninth or something extension on top, and then do voicings on the top. And it's to a blues. So check it out. So the trade. So he goes, then I go. Think about you again. Yes, I mean you, the watcher. Even though no one's watching. There goes the mirror. All the things that I'm aware of. I'm also playing with timing here. A few octaves there. I make a lot of mumbling noises when I play piano. Move those octaves around a bit. Yep. Alright, the last thing, normally I'd probably go through that again because I would have more time on it. And the last thing I'm going to do is do a thing on time, which I really like because it gets you to think about time. I'm going to use the trade video again. No, I'm not. I'm going to do the... Yes, I am actually. I'm going to use the trade video and I'm going to put it at 150%. So sometimes I keep it at 100, which means that it's as it is. 80 means, especially when the bits slow right down and you have to keep time for yourself, I find it harder because I tend to speed up. And then the other part, and when I go fast, then it's just about being on it. So always a different challenge. Eighth notes. So first, still eighth notes, but cutting some out. Like that. Triplets. Oh, buffering. Triplets again, but this time leaving notes out. Oh, buffering. Now I'm doing trades. So bass goes, now me. I'm listening to what he's doing. I'm trying to respond to it. I hate 150, I really do. Woo! Drums, dunka. Woo! the other thing too is that it helps me realize how much I've already internalized or not internalized. So this is a bit where it goes silent for every 2 bars. See how good your internal pulse is. There you go. That was half an hour of practice. What did I learn? It's harder with you with an artificial eye watching. I judge myself so much more harshly, but to be honest, that's probably about the quality that I normally get, because if it's not you that's on my mind, something else creeps in. So it's both always the challenge for me to be mindful during practice. Keep it interesting, which means that I'm more mindful on it. And, all the stuff I talked about yesterday. What else did I learn in that session? What grew? I'm much more comfortable with those runs. I'm really starting to get a sense of the shape of it, of how those runs feel in every key, and how there's a relationship between every key on those runs. On the time at 150, I kind of copped that I haven't really internalized the rhythm or internalized working at eighth notes at that speed. I prefer 180% to be honest. Maybe it's the best for me to stay working there for the moment. 150 might be too much. And in terms of the octaves, it's okay, but I haven't found anything really juicy in there yet. I could be probably more playful with that. So I think that's what I learned in this practice. Thanks for watching.